All right, I'm here on the range with Ken Nelson at the Hard as Hell 2014 three-gun match. Ken, can you tell us a little bit about your range you got here and how the Hard as Hell match came about?
Well, the Hard as Hell match came about because I love physicality in sport, and I wanted to mix the two. Not exactly CrossFit meets multi-gun, but hard things to do meet hard shooting. It's kind of like the Ironman, which I love that match. I wanted to have something at our facility. The difference is we only have 11 acres, right? But we make maximum use out of it, so we have shots to 620 yards all the way down to 1 yard, all in the same match.
How many years have you been running the match?
This is the third match, and this is actually the first year that we have had a sponsor or a prize table. Seekins Precision stepped up to be the title sponsor, and for the first time we're offering a prize table.
That's good to hear. What have you changed over the years as you ran this match, and what have you learned to make it better?
The biggest thing we learned is, it's hard to say exactly because it hasn't changed that much from match to match, but probably the biggest thing we learned is to make the shooting interesting over the obstacles. That most of the people that come here are shooters. So we're not going to sacrifice shooting quality or the quality of the shooting match experience for the physicality. We're going to try and mesh those two together.
I notice you have a lot of elaborate props here, stuff we don't see at most other multi-gun matches. What allows you to do that here?
Probably the biggest thing is that we control the range. I can have building projects go on from volunteers for weeks or months at a time. The roller coaster, for instance, that was a 3-week project. We don't have to tear it down. We can take the time to build it, leave our tools in place, lock the gates, come back. The other reason is that we have great volunteers. Bob Wolf, who leads our construction project, he spends a ton of time out here, and he injured his foot. He didn't even get to shoot the match. But the key is control of the range and great people.
This has been a really interesting match. It's always challenging to go to a new match for the first time. This is the first time I've been out at the match here, so you never know what to expect. And I'll definitely be back next year.
Awesome.
With a better perspective of what to expect at your match.
That's one of the things that people say is, you know what, when I come back next year, I'm changing the sling, or I'm changing this. And that's actually, to go back to the first question, the core of this match, I wanted people to understand what practical really is. That sling that you use in the shoot house isn't necessarily going to be good when you're running 100 yards.
Oh, one thing the rules here that was interesting was if you start a stage wearing it, you can't take it off during the stage. So say some of the new caddy systems for shotgun shells may be a liability.
It could be. They could very well be if you're going prone a lot or in going through tunnels where that chest rig expands your circumference.
Right.
I don't have an aversion to those setups, but also I want to put you in real situations and you can see how your gear works.
It does make you think about it, because simply going through the obstacle course, the back of my pistol belt caught going through one of the tubes.
Right.
And you got to think about, well, how do I unsnag myself in the middle of this situation while I'm on the clock, and the par time is 300 seconds, which sounds like a long time, but once you get on these stages, it really isn't.
It really isn't. And the core impetus of the match, looking back, I'm 50 years old, looking back to my youth, with live fire exercises in the Army. I wanted to try to get to that experience as close as I could get to that in a match, with the safety rules that we have and all that, and to realize that when you're exhausted, you can't load your M16 very well. You forget things. And we wanted to try and give the civilian shooter and military shooters who do 3-gun that experience, that level of stress and that level of tension in a match format. That's really what the Hard as Hell is about. No,
it's definitely great, and I think you're accomplishing that mission. What else do you have going on in your range out here, between matches?
We're a very active range. We have 12 matches a month here, every Tuesday, every Saturday, and every Saturday night. We run defensive matches. We have the big thing we have in the spring is the Barry's Open. We're going to fill this range just like we do at Hard as Hell, only with all steel. 21 stages of all steel. That's the Barry Steel Open. We'll have the Steel Challenge, World Steel Challenge Championship here in June, and we're going to have Hard as Hell. We're having the Southwest 3-Gun Nation regional match here at the end of February. There's probably other things I'm forgetting, but if you go to Southern Utah Practical Shooting Range on Facebook, you can get the whole spiel all the time.
All right, again, thanks, Ken, and I highly recommend if you're a serious multi-gun shooter coming out to this match, because it's an experience like no other.
Thank you very much. We were super pleased you made it. I've seen you at the Ironman, the last 4 or 5 years, and I'm just really glad that you brought an Arizona contingent up and shot with us.